first.
Oh man, such a good song. I don't want to cut it out. Amiga runs, reboot, DJ Zero, Spitfire. Welcome, welcome. How goes it? It's finally time. It's no April Fools. It's really happening. It's time for Amiga April. Working and lurking. Appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome everybody. Good morning. So, today's the first day of Amiga April, which is basically just, you know, playing Amiga stuff on Twitch. And we have an optional challenge competition as well. The prize for the winner. And I'm going to be going through the challenges, showcasing the games. Maybe give out some tips as well. We better get started. I mean, there are quite a few of them, and if we're gonna show each one, it's gonna take like 10 minutes a game. Gonna take a while, but I'm excited and a little bit nervous as well. Hey, Arachne? What jank game you have to play this time? We'll see soon enough. Hello. Hey, Kinsey. Canned laughter stretches on a little too long, gradually fades to anguished screaming. Hopefully not. Hopefully even the jank games will be, you know, fun. If that's possible. Alright, let's go. Hopefully I would accidentally reveal all the games at the same time. Right, first game is going to be on the easy category, and it's going to be Apocalypse, which is a game you don't see played too often. Very similar to Desert Strike, for instance. Chopper game, looks very nice. Good game. So let's check it out and see what is up with that one. Mission Apocalypse. Ready to gain some knowledge? Isn't it interesting intros and all that? Mission briefs, it has these like cutscenes. I never knew about this game back in the day, but I've seen a couple people play it on Twitch. So mission 1 is find 25 hostages and rescuing at least 20 of them. It's basically same idea if you're familiar with Desert Strike, is that you go on, you find the hostages, destroy some buildings so hostages come out, and you pick them up and you return them to base. Press up, chopper lifts off, and you can fly around the scenery and destroy buildings and choice of different weapons. But my tip for you for this first mission is that you can see those like big cannon shots shooting at you. So what you want to do, you want to get here and destroy the thingy from behind. If we have secondary shot, I think we had like a secondary shot somewhere. Life of me, I can't remember what button does it. Well, that was something. We have pause? Oh, there we go. We can choose. Which button shot it? Hey, Quantic. Welcome. But it looks like this doesn't work and won't explode, but it will. I did do it once. How did I do it? The space lets you choose it. There's the nuke option as well. Fire chooses it. Well, this is a little bit embarrassing that I don't know how you do it. F keys? F keys choose it as well. I've checked the manual. I thought it was just space. Anyways, the most important part is that you do destroy this little thingy here. I'm a little bit confused as to why it doesn't fire. Do I have like a second button control on or what? It might have been like a very specialized button for it. Usually it's not the case. I shot another homing missile there. Oh yeah, it was double tap, wasn't it? Yup, that is what it was. Do we have the nukes? We are not destroying this thing though. I don't think we can do it with the mines. No, that doesn't work. Oh, it might be a little bit difficult if you can't destroy this one. I guess like you have to be like pretty close to it, on top of it, if you want to use the missiles. Let's try that out. I don't think it's a bug, because this is sort of a little bit of a like a cheese thing that you go behind it. So my mistake was going too far behind it, like here, so it doesn't actually target it. But yeah, you are able to destroy this thing from behind. Done it. I wonder if you can. You should be able to destroy it like this as well. Anyways, do try to destroy that. Otherwise, it's pretty much just this. Destroy buildings. White ones are the hostages. And if you're out there for a little bit too long, you will get shot. And you will get downed. And they will kill you. But the plus side is that when you die... Oh, shit. Yeah, that's why you want to take out the cannon. The plus side is that when you get destroyed, you do get all your weapons back. The special ones. So I do usually... I zigzag a little bit like this. Because the big cannon targets you at intervals. Oh shit, just flew right into it. I'm gonna fail the first mission right there. But it doesn't take long. Once you get rid of the cannon, which I suggest that you try to do. And also kind of listen for the sound when he takes the shot. And then dodge. Let's try to do it this time. A little bit closer. Those were the cannons. I'm a little bit confused why it's not killing it. There we go. Okay, cannon has been destroyed. So now you're pretty much out on your own. You do what you want. But you still have to be careful with these enemies. Because they do have rockets. You don't want to stay in one spot. Because you do get also killed pretty easily. Now I'm killing a lot of civilians here as well. And that's probably something you will not want to do. One thing you can do is find out what the civilian buildings are, rescue them first, and only then, destroy some of the other buildings with the enemies out there. If you get the enemies out and then you have to rescue the hostages, you are in a pretty shitty situation. now we have that one guy in the middle of everybody. You could probably take him out with mines, but not easy. And he's killing the hostages. So do try to kind of take account which buildings you destroy, and focus on getting the hostages out. So basically, you just pick them up, and then you go back where you started from. And you have to get 20 hostages out of 25. It's not super difficult, honestly. After you get rid of the cannon, just focus on the buildings. Maybe take out the hostages first, then destroy the guys. You don't even have to destroy the enemies after you destroy the cannon. So once you memorize which buildings only have the hostages, destroy those and rescue the hostages, and that's it. You're done with the game. And it's only the first mission, so you only get 1 point. But it's a good game. It's a fun game. I haven't played it. I hope that it kind of gets you into the mood. Let's check out the next game. Have Fighting Spirit. And we had Shadow Fighter. Fighting Spirit time. My opinion, one of the better fighting games for Amiga. Unfortunately, not very balanced in that. Yeah, Apocalypse is great fun. Good time. Fighting Spirit is your jam? Fighting Spirit is... It's super good looking. It has nice controls. The special moves aren't too tough to pull off. Like, it's not that strict in how it reads them when you compare it to Shadow Fighter, which, you know, is sometimes... It's very hard to pull off the special moves, even when you know how to do it. I mean, this intro song is something you... I don't like Horn 8. But it looks pretty cool. The music, I'm not too sure if I agree with it. They did something different. You have to give them that. Oh, look at that. Nice little 3D pan around the setting. Alright, I think that's enough of that. Let me skip it. Fighting Spirit. So basic rules for this is you do the easy mode. Of course, if you want, you can do the harder difficulties as well. But basically just switch that to easy. Rounds 3 continues 1, so we have 1 continue times 90. You don't have to have the shadow match on, speed normal, game type normal. You can have the blood on if you want to. Stun mode is optional as well. Special moves, I do recommend having them on. And random CPU opponents. Another tip. Play with the tiger. In real life, you don't want to play with tigers, but in this game, who turns off blood? I don't know, man. Parents, maybe? Hey, Big Bang Blitz. Big Bang Blitz knows all fighting games. Look at that. It has like these nice little intros for each characters. So I recommend also checking out multiple characters. If you pick the butler, his sidekick links into itself. It's an infinite. It's a nice trick. Light kick. I think there are a couple of those with infinite moves. The problem is that this game does not have chip away damage when you block. It's actually possible to get soft lock in the corner while the CPU does like slide kicks. There's no time to get out. It just forces... If you block the first one and it keeps slide kicking into you, it just keeps happening and you can't even unblock. It just keeps going. Hey, shorty. Tiger's jacked. It is jacked. And if you keep doing this, you win the game. It doesn't matter if they get some hits in. It'll just just beat the game. So forward, backward, and then forward with fire button. It's the only move you need.
Round 2.
You probably you will beat this game in on hard mode too. It just keep doing this, even if they block it. Just keep doing it. There you go. That's the game. That's how you beat it. And that's what everybody did in the tournament as well. At least the people who made it far. Because we did have a tournament on this, but you did have to use 2 characters. It was a like tag team sort of a deal. Yeah. So at least there is time limit. So you only have to look at it for a minute and a half when it gets unlocked. Chip away damage would be good. Good addition to this. Neil! I won't. I'll kill you. There's also other moves with the tiger that are useful. Like, just doing this is super strong as well. Because you're ducking moves while dealing a lot of damage too, and the, you know, it's kind of hard to overcome that.
Round 2.
There are other cool moves in the game, but if you're just looking to get through it quickly, you know, maybe a combination of those two moves. Kind of fool the computer. False sense of security. And finish him up. And that's game. I'd start with this to get a point in early. I doubt it will take long with this game. Other cool characters in that game as well. So even if you get a point in early and like the game, I do recommend trying different characters out, and has a lot of cool different levels. Graphics are awesome. I think it is one of the better Amiga fighters. Not that those usually are good ones, but you know, still. Let's check out the next game. These easier challenges are only worth 1 point for a good reason. It's Iscordian's favorite, Power Drive. Let's get it on. That's also a 2-player game, but sadly, it's only turn-based. So I probably won't be beating any challenges on this stream. some of the challenges do require multiple attempts to get them right. Hey Dennis, welcome. How goes it? Speaking of streamers, Amiga April streamers, we have Quantic CD32 here. Hoping Dennis will do some. I'm gonna shout him out, give him more pressure. Kinsey here as well. Reboot. Yep, Amiga runs. As you might guess from the name, he does a lot of Amiga runs on Twitch. Let's change the game name. US Gold. How is it that US Gold actually made a game that I kind of like a lot? It has these weird pixelated map screen things that don't even make any sense. If you live in the Nordic countries, this will seem a little bit odd. Having a Great Lake there instead of an ocean. Finland being connected to Sweden. So, but on the other hand, Britain is connected to France, so I guess it's on par. Optional. I like to use the rotational, I think. Whatever the default is. Now, the big thing about this game is that if you try to control it like skid marks or micro machines or supercars that all have different control schemes, but, you know, understandable ones, this one is different. This one is very different. You have to think, you have to visualize that you have a steering wheel. And when you tap, say, right, the car does a 45-degree turn, and then the steering wheel, you have to allow it a little time, will return back to the center. If you hold it a little bit longer, you get a 90-degree turn. And you can even see that from this wheel animation, how they turn and how they return back to the straight position. So keep that in mind. Gabriel hype. Hey Gokkelson, welcome. And I suggest that you pick the faster car, because you don't have to worry about the budget at this point. It's 25,000, 27,000, probably better. Hivat Kinku Kento. Kinku Kento. Let's see how close I get to the course record. I probably won't beat it on my first try, because there are also pickups you need, usually, to get the course record. There's a clock that stops your time for I don't know, 5 or 10 seconds, so that's huge. And there are turbo boosts as well. Amiga Live, thank you so much for rating. Welcome to Amiga April. Amiga Live, of course, taking part in that as well. Check them out if you can. It's a channel that's basically runs like community based. If you just have the Amiga Live app, you can go there and broadcast your gameplay. You can maybe you want to do these challenges there if you're not streaming on your own channel. Happy Amiga April to John as well. Just need the app and check the broadcast option. I can show you. Uncheck play offline, so you'll play live, and then you check this broadcast session to Twitch. That will get you there. But it's probably a good idea to check that nobody else is playing at the time, because only one can at the time. Play a lot of PlayStation games, yeah. All right, let's go. Let's try if we can get close to 43 seconds. I'm gonna have that accelerate on. So tiny taps, 45-degree turns. Now it's a 90-degree turn, so I do 2 taps. Let's do a little bit of... Ooh, gonna crash. Don't panic, just keep doing what you're doing. The worst thing you can do is... well, in addition to that, is to kind of get too close to the edge, so you keep getting slowdowns. You can't quite get to full top speed.
Places!
40, 41, 42. Ah, just over, but pretty close. Without that crash, I think we would have gotten it. Nice yellow joystick. You like this one? That's the Arcade R joystick. Can recommend. Very cheap, affordable. It's you can link it up to your Amiga. Comes with the DB9 jack. Also approved the desk color. It's gonna go on all white and stuff. Welcome, Trapshot. How goes it? Tentacle disease. But yeah, that's pretty much the game.
Places!
That's pretty much the game. I do like it, but it will take time for you to get used to the control scheme. There is a practice option in the game as well, though. You can check that out. Since it's time for a pleasant day. And who wouldn't have a pleasant day since it's Amiga April? Skelter having a good time there. All the other guys don't even know what Amiga is. More pleasant drive, basically.
Hello.
Hey, Flammy.
I can't remember when I've had a more pleasant day.
The random roll, yeah. Rolling on the floor, laughing. The original one. So you have this practice one, so you can try out the different control methods. As you can see, it's above 45 degrees, but if you keep holding it, of course, it keeps turning, but there's always this little time it needs to get back to center. And if you type really fast, it just does that little nook. So getting... Oh wow, Cat Peasant. Thank you so much for the sub. What is the game for the wheel? Or did you already have a game on the wheel? Will it just become bigger? The steering wheel simulator, it is. Yeah, you really have to think about that. You really have that steering wheel. Look at the tire animation too. Like, you can see them turn.
I
On
can't
screen.
remember when I went a more isn't day.
Fury of the Furries. Let's go. Let's do that one. Fury of the Furries. For the Amiga, or I think it was released on a couple of platforms. Kind of works like this. Yeah, there is a similarity to it, yeah. But yeah, practice a little bit before you go, heading off to the track. But basically, just remember that it's 45-degree increments. If it's a U-turn, it's 2 clicks, 3 clicks, or 4? No, 4 clicks. Oh man, Flammy subscribed too. Battle Squadron. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, nowadays when you sub or gift a sub or donate 200 bits, or is it called cheering, get to name a game for the wheel. We do that once a month. Oh, we have a hype train going. And at the same time, I notice that the new hype train code does not work. Let's start it manually. Battle Squadron is awesome, yeah. And Thorgim is here? Gifting us up? To Spider Mua, thank you so much. That's awesome. That's great. Really appreciate that. It means you can also name a game for the wheel, if you like. Capizant is gifting us up to Nutty Java. This is amazing, guys. I really do appreciate that. Let's do level 2 then. This is Onward. It's from the Amiga demo Dope. Yeah, you know it. All right. Let's check out the next game. So we have Apocalypse, Fighting Spirit, and Power Drive so far. Let's see what the next one is. Now, it wouldn't be an Amiga April without Rick Dangerous. This time we're gonna be doing Rick Dangerous 2.5, which probably not many people know of. And you have to beat the whole game. Luckily, the whole game is just 2 screens. Hello. Hey, Retro X and Ferris, welcome, welcome. How goes it? Oh my. Five subs from Flammy. Do we just make the Battle Squadron a little bit larger on the wheel? I think we do. So that it gets picked as 6 slots now. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Wow. On to level 3 with the hype train. peasant getting in on the fun. Love hype trains for no reason. Thank you so much, Cat Peasant. That's amazing. We're gonna make your pick bigger as well. Amazing support. I really do appreciate that, and that's why the wheel exists. I wanted to kind of give an extra thanks to people who are actually, you know, giving money. That's insane. It just keeps on going. You guys are amazing. Oh man. Let's do level 4. After a quick lunch, then load up car with mail and packages and go out in the sun. Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. So Rick changes 2. And a half. Cap isn't gifting us sub to Shorty as well. Amazing stuff. Let's make Caddy's pick a little more big on the wheel. That's amazing. So this was a cover disc game. And it picks off where Rick Dangerous 2 stopped. So the teleporter malfunctions and Rick gets teleported in the parallel world. Which looks a lot like the last level in Rick Dangerous 2, but it's a completely different level. Different screen, different challenges and all. Let's check it out a little bit. The fun in Rick Dangerous games is that you don't know what's gonna happen. So I don't want to spoil it too much. I'll show it a little bit, but the fun comes out of trying to get through it. So I never knew this existed. Came on a cover disc to promote the other Rick Dangerous games. Trap is shocked. Now this trap already is a little bit devious. You almost have to jump a little at the end. Then we have this block. You can walk towards it. So you can steal a little bit of time that way. Oh, that didn't work. But we have our punch. So that's how we can do it. I think that this is about the limit that I want to show you guys, because the fun is in finding the traps and, you know, finding a way past them. So as in Rick Dangerous 2, oh, there was a laser. You can shoot, fire up. You can plant a bomb by firing down. You can also slide the bomb with the diagonal down. And you can climb ladders up and down, and you can jump. That's basically it. These screens might be, or these parts might be confusing, but they're just not teleport, but lift elevator tubes, and the actual elevator platform is just transparent or invisible. But there's a block that rises up and lifts you up. So that's about it. This game has a very long first screen. It's a long climb up. And there's a second screen too. And the goal is to beat this long climb and the next screen with those 6 lives you get in the beginning. And you get 1 point for doing it. And that's that. It's time to check out the next challenges. You only find out if this game comes when you watch someone else play it. That's why it's a good pick, though. Could you replace Furry of the Furries with banning Shorty? So first, gift a sub to Shorty, and then you ban him, so you can't get anything out of it. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the hype train. Really appreciate that. What's in the chest? No comment emote. Great. And Stormy just came in secretly there in the midst of everything. Welcome. Talon is here. Be inclined to try and participate in Amiga April, but you have neither an Amiga nor any Amiga games. And you do not want to resort to piracy. Well, in that case, Amiga Live is the option for you because it doesn't share any ROMs. You just get them temporarily for each session when you start a game. They don't get saved on your hard drive. You always need internet connection. It doesn't share the Kickstart ROMs or anything like that. And everything is pre-configured and ready to go, and you can just start playing. And also, like I mentioned earlier, if you don't want to stream on your own channel or don't have a channel or can't stream, you can just untick this play offline thing and click this broadcast session to twitch.tv/Amiga Live, and it will broadcast your session live on the Amiga Live Twitch channel. But please make sure that nobody else is playing or isn't planning to play. There's a queue function in the chat that you can use. Want to play some mini golf sometime? For sure. Yeah, let's make that happen. I think the best date for that is the when we do the wheel stream. It probably works the best. Let's check out the next game. So I think we have all our easy category games. Let's check what the first difficult challenge is. Lotus Turbo Challenge 2. Beat the Marsh stage with more than 10 seconds remaining. And they provide us with a password. Yeah, I'm a little bit that for free time at the moment. Don't have too much of that. But yeah, if I have a free evening or something on, just happen to be on the Amiga Live Twitch, you can definitely do that. By the way, I forgot to change the game name for the previous thing, but let's change it now for this one. Turbo Challenge 2. Does it fit all the way? It does. Awesome. Rammed with work too, sadly, but trying to stay positive. One day, work will end. You've been old hermit staying indoors and playing games all day. Yeah, that sounds great.
Only Bob.
Living the life. Hey, Bob. How goes it? Look at that high score table. Let's see. Has Trap retired already? This is Trap not having time to play video games. Yeah, the emulator is local. Oh shit, I just accidentally pressed fire just as the menu came on. Alright, so the only thing here is that we need the password. You can choose manual or automatic gears. We've kind of tested this with speedrunning and it doesn't seem to make it much of a difference. Probably faster to accelerate with the manual gear if you crash. Kind of recover from it, especially on the in the desert stage. But I've been doing just fine with the automatic gears, and you can choose to press up or fire to accelerate. That should be it. Let's try it. Let's see if I can make this. Hey Nefo, welcome and thanks for the good luck. 2-player forest course. Boost the white car without the second player present. Just go manual out of habit. The challenge is to finish this stage with more than at least 10 seconds remaining. Also, the puddles do slow you down, so if you can avoid them, do. It's getting really bright here. The sun is shining pretty brightly. I'm actually having trouble seeing the level. Oh no! It's not gonna be good. 10 seconds. I might not even be able to finish it. But that's the challenge. It's a tougher challenge. And supposed to be using a little bit of time on it. Also, I haven't played this game since the last time I speedrun it, so... Well, we made it. There's still 10 seconds on the clock there. Probably get a little bit more difficult. We get along here. Oh, I thought there was a pause key, but there is not. Let's do that, because I do want to read the comments while we do this. Because it's not a speedrun or anything like that. Just glad it's not the fog stage. I don't know, man. This was my bottleneck in the game. For the longest time, I couldn't beat this one. How does the emulator know when your lease on the ROM expires? It's basically just for the duration. When the session ends for that game, it gets deleted. I haven't played this game since the last time. Ruining our springs and summers. Yeah, I just want to stay inside and play video games, and the sun is trying to creep in through the window. Hate it. Oh, the car story is from back when my friend just got his license, and it was the first time that he drove us to our gig. I was in a band at the time. And we were driving this very old wagon. Like I think it's basically like a Finnish car company that used to exist. The car was from the 70s or something like that, so basically nobody else should be driving with that anywhere. And we were listening to this old cassette tape of our antics. We used to record our, you know, messing about. And we were having such a good time, and he was laughing so hard that he completely just, you know, spaced out on what the speed limit was. I mean, we were on the highway, but it's still, in Finland, you need to drive under 120 kilometers per hour. And he was driving like 140 or 150. And a cop car came. you know, traveling the opposite direction. And we were like, well, they probably won't turn around on the motorway. And we weren't going that fast, right? But they did. They did a U-turn. They put the lights on. They had the sirens on. They were chasing us. And my friend just, you know, went on to the right lane, slowed down, and we were waiting like, oh my God, I hope it's not because of us. And then we saw them pull another car over, and it was the same exact model and color of our car. And they probably thought we had like overtaken them. They probably thought that they were the ones that were speeding. And we just went on our merry way and laughed even harder. It was amazing. Someone took the fall. Yeah. Imagine them trying to explain the situation to the cops like, no, I swear, we weren't going above the speed limit. We have you on camera. Still in prison now, yeah. The whole life got ruined. Watching the stream. So a little bit about the game, though. This is the first level and the only level in the game that has these little green thingies here. And they're for extra time. Extra time. So whenever you get one, I think it's like 3 seconds more. And if you want to finish this challenge, you have to get them all, I think. So this first section where they introduce this mechanic, I think it's only straight. And is it middle, right, middle, left, middle, left, middle, right? It's the pattern or something like that. You should collect them all, but of course you don't want to hit anybody.
Extra time.
Either.
Extra time.
Let's see if I can remember it. Oh, no, it was that side.
Extra time. Extra time. Extra time.
Missed a couple.
Extra time. Checkpoint.
Good enough. I'll take that. Middle, middle, yeah. I probably should have jumped that and not jumped that. This is where I always died. Or game over back in the day. I couldn't get past this section. And this final section here, this is the most devious one because it puts those extra times to the inside lane. So if you're not perfect, you're not gonna get him. Oh shit, I just missed one. It's 15 seconds. I think we need them all to finish this. Oh, missed one. There we go. There we go. 15 seconds to spare. We would have gotten 2 points. It's not easy though. You do need to catch those. Tim Allen, ooh. World record for that is having 57 seconds remaining. So there's definitely room for improvement there. Almost a speed run, yeah. But what I've noticed that worked for me personally when I first beat that is to slow down for the last course. Instead of trying to go fast as possible, you slow down and try to stay on the inside of each curve that you get the extra time, and then you'll make it. The 57-second guy must be an amazing personality. I bet. Hey Cammy, welcome. For more Amiga stuff, as you might guess from the name, go check out Amiga Cammy. A winning personality. Level so hard, green alien blobs from Mars came to help you. Yeah. Just trolling him. Yeah. That's how it goes with Trap Shot. But then he does something like this 6 months in advance. Are you gonna be picking games for each month or making one big splash? Hey, no worries, Cammy. Yeah, I think you do. You have. Yeah, you haven't named too many. All right. So those are the challenges so far. Let's check out the next one. 2 points for that. Shuffle Puck Cafe. Game I really haven't had too much experience with. Just made the goals. It's a community effort. I've counseled a couple of people. Try to make sure that they are challenging but doable. Let's check out this one. Vintage Van Adventures. This game has a very weird intro song. Worth listening to. It doesn't really have music in the game otherwise. I guess the intro to the song is actually the weird part, and the song itself isn't really that weird, but... Is this a mouse game? Time to load up the car and go for a spin. Catch you guys later. Okay, thanks. Thanks for stopping by, Quantic. Really appreciate that. So what you can do in this game, for this challenge, is that you can go to the champion mode and beat all the previous guys before you reach this guy. Or you can just go straight onto facing him. But basically, it's just clicking on a person here on the screen. Lets you play against them. For instance, if we click on this guy, we get to play him. And it's Shuffle Puck. And this guy's pretty funny. The longer the game goes on, the more drunk he gets. And it actually gets easier to beat him. But basically, the game mechanics is that if you don't have your mouse clicked, it's a different strike than when you do have it. And I think it's usually defensive, so slower return if you have the button unpressed, and then if you have it pressed, it's a little bit faster. This is a good practice enemy because first you think you're doing really badly. You might lose like 10 points, but then the guy gets really drunk, and then you start getting points, which is awesome. The rules state that you can't have any of these modifications. Ah, shit. So you could have these blockers, or you could have like a super, super big paddle that you can basically practice with. You can't even lose if you want to. But oh, does it have that pause glitch a little bit that some games struggle? Keeps oh, new opponent. Yeah. So our opponent will be this. This is the general, Mr. Piggy. Yeah, he gets super bad as he keeps drinking. Like after he has like 10 points, he basically can't do anything anymore. Right, that you have the cocktail in your offhand. That is an idea. But yeah, this is the truly difficult one, and this is a challenge that you might not be able to beat, even if you give this considerable time. But basically what I've noticed is that if you keep hitting like different corners off the table, side to side, if you get that action going, you might actually be sometimes able to score. But it won't be easy. It won't be easy against this guy, and if you get really frustrated, don't try to push it. Like, do another game and leave this to another day. You might be really stuck on this one, and that's completely fine. This is the enemy where most people give up with this game. I can't get further than this. So it's supposed to be difficult. Don't be surprised if you're struggling with it. Best drinking game. If you can take a drink whenever they score. Yeah, if you could buy him drinks and get him to kind of get worse. Game goes on. Oof. It. But this is pretty much like how good I am in the game. Yeah. But the mechanics of the game are really cool, and I don't know if there are too many of these kinds of games for Amiga. And there we go. I lost the game. I got 1 point, though. I got 1 point. Not for the competition, but in the game. That's pretty much it. That's that game. And check out the next one. We have Rough and Tumble. And this is a longer challenge. And that's why you get 3 points for beating it. Puff or Shot Cafe. This Shuffle Puck Cafe. Still actually there on my now playing information. Let's try start Rough and Tumble and see that a little bit. Definitely something that we're not going to be finishing now, though. Shock as in shucks, I lost again. So people might know I really like this game. It's a Ubisoft game? That is interesting. What we want to do, want to go to the options tree, and we want to put in the passcode. And I have provided that for you. 6581. I think you can even use number keys. 6 1 6 5 8 1. Have to be a little bit careful with the keys. So this game actually works so that whenever you beat a level, you get a password for the a world. You get a password for the next world, but you can only practice it. You can't advance. So then you're supposed to practice it with the passcode and then start from the beginning and beat then 1 and 2, and then you get the password for the third world, and so on and so forth. And I really like that system. It's a very tough game, but having the password really helps. B, G, and E. I don't know what that is. Infogrames, they were called back then. I did not know that. Probably should have known that. So, basic game. If the heart has those little golden outlines, it means that you get 1 hit point more. If it doesn't, it only fills your current max hit points, well, by 1. Challenge is to complete this whole stage, world. And each world has, like, what is it, 4 levels and a boss fight? And there's also this interesting thing that if you kill a lot of guys, you start getting better and better rewards from the bosses. As you can see, if you're just a little bit careless, start really losing health, have to be a little bit more careful. And once the light goes off from those spawn points, that means that they won't spawn any more enemies. I think we want to check out the blue place first, as it has these nice upgrades. And as you can see, we have keys as well. I think, like, basically the most important thing is that, well, I guess it's a Euro platform, but because you have to collect stuff before the exit opens. So those marbles are important to get. There are also special marbles in every level, usually, that look a little bit different, and getting like a blue special marble means that it instantly gives you okay for all the blue marbles. But you do have to collect all of them, or have to get okay for each color before you can exit the level. Pretty sure Infogrames bought Atari and renamed themselves. Okay. And Nikita is here. Welcome. How goes it? Corporate history of Atari is very confusing. Wikipedia says it's now known as Atari SA. Ubisoft article has no relation to Infogrames. I will not. Oh! Those bikes are insta-death, by the way. I don't have the information to, you know, really comment on such things, so I won't. We have ladders here. If you push the button, boop. Power means power to your weapon. There's always that power meter up there, the green. Interesting thing is that you can also aim your weapon. So you can shoot diagonally up or straight up. But you have to stop to do it and press and hold fire so you can do that. But it really helps with the aerial enemies. So make sure that you kind of get the handle of that. I'd rather stay safe here. Another hit point there, but I think we need it. I'm gonna take it anyways. Also notice how the colors change when you get deeper into the cavern. And it's a little bit blue tinted when you get here. I always like that little dynamic aspect of this game. Oh shit. I don't think you can kill that. You have to just swim through. This I think you can kill. I have finished the game, but it was a long while ago. Really enjoyed, beating it though. But it's very tough. It's a tough game. I think there's something up here. Can we maybe destroy that? No, we can't. Checkpoint here. I wonder if the fish stay dead now. We've been there once. Part of the challenge, they don't, is the fact that you have to start with those 3 lives because we start from this level. Oh, that guy stays dead though. Oh, I wanted to find a spot where I could shoot that. It appears that this one was such a spot. As you see, once you run out of that power, it becomes very difficult to kill any enemies. Just don't have the firepower to do it. Shit! Okay, let's try to get up quickly. No! The fish is following me! I'm dead again. And you can see the challenge. What the challenge here is. If you get there with the laser, it won't be a problem at all. But if you don't, kinda is a problem. Also, like, if you don't have the power, shoot down the fish, a little bit of an issue. As you can see, now my power is very low. I have to wait a little bit. It's almost like... Oh, there were so many of them. You know, Walker has that thing. His weapon power. It overheats. Then you have to give it time. Oh, shit. Climb up. But the game is fairly forgiving with most of the stuff, with extra lives and all that. When you collect 100 coins, you get an extra life. There are also extra lives that you can pick up from the stages. You can duck down and shoot, so you can kind of be safe here. That's also something that you can swim up to and get that during the swim stage. It will help you out. And if you get that golded outlined heart, you get full health and an additional hit point, unless you're already at 3. So that's basically it. That's the game, and just need to get to the exit. Every level. Oh, I missed it. And please don't drop into the spikes, because that will kill you. That's a one-time. One-hit death is waiting for you. And you don't want to do that. I'm gonna give you an interesting tip here. See this extra life and this blue key? You can't get this if you're slow. So when you put in the red key, this will blow first, and then you have to be really fast to snatch these before they disappear, because this one explodes as well. The blue key is a little bit weird because it should provide you with a fast exit through the last bit of the level, but for some reason it sometimes disappears right before you need it, and I haven't figured out why that happens. I think it might be a bug, but every once in a while it doesn't disappear, and then you get a fast exit because it leads you to, you know, the special marbles that I mentioned, and then straight to the exit. So you get an okay for all the marbles, and then you can exit the level without having to go around a long way. Ubisoft existed since the mid-80s, and nothing to do with Infogrames. They had their own first break with BAT adventure game. No time limit. Ruff doesn't need air underwater. Yeah, cool additions. How do you make him tumble, though? That I don't know. See, there's very little time to catch that extra life there. But I did. It's all good. I have swinging platforms. And this is all like Amiga 500 stuff. Pretty advanced. Looks great. This is one of the prettiest games on Amiga, in my opinion. Let's see if we can, if it lets us keep the key. So you can see that I still have the key in my inventory. But very often, when you get to this part, I think it's about here, when we walk past that, it disappears. There you go. You saw that? We no longer have that key. So we can't exit quickly, and now we would have to actually get all the marbles. But if it doesn't disappear, you get here, you can open this little laser beam, get all these OK marks, and the exit is right underneath. And that's the first level. But that's the game. Goal is beat 4 levels of World 2 and the boss fight, and you get 3 points. It is a massive undertaking, but it's a fun game, so I think it is worth it. Trying to check the time a little bit. Not getting behind here. How much time am I using per each challenge? Next challenge is Turrican 3. A little bit modified. Make it interesting. Gonna play with the Maniac difficulty. And we're gonna skip to a later stage. And that's part of the challenge. To have the default lives and power-ups when we get there. Just put on Maniac. You can save the options if you want to, because you might have to do, you know, resets. You probably have to do resets. Fun fact, Turrican 3 is a port of Mega Turrican. It is, yeah. There are no Turrican games that were originally developed for Amiga, which is wild. Even the second one was mainly developed for C64, even though it came out on Amiga first. Beam me up. Let's you skip the level. We do it again. We do it again. And now we're here. So, it's this level and the next one. I think it says like 4 times. I'm gonna make a save state, which you probably should as well, so you can always start from here. Because the next one, I think, brings you a little bit too far. Yeah, that's already the next part. We're gonna do the alien level. And the hopping level after that. Maniac difficulty, this will probably be very difficult. Please die. Please die. Oh, I think it has to open. There we go. If they grab on you, just do that. The big thing that this game introduced was the grappling thingy. Which you probably will have to master in order to get through this level. So I suggest you tinkle with it. Try to get comfortable with it. It also has different specials, so you have that a smart bomb, I think is the vernacular people use. Why am I not? There we go. Not letting me escape the mouse. You have the smart bomb. You also have, I think, the ball form. Oh, sorry. I have to take a little bit of a break. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Let's continue. So basically, the big problem here is that you only have 3 lives to start. You're not allowed to use any continues to get through this challenge. It's maniac difficulty, so all enemies will take more hits before they die. And that actually makes the next level super, super difficult. You know, it's that level with a lot of jumping and trying to clear those jumps while killing the enemies gets super hard. This is actually something that always bothered me. The grappling hook doesn't fly in the angle that the hand is in, but it's slightly more up. I don't know why they did it that way, but it always bothered me. Weird call. Because that basically means that you can't use the grappling the arm to aim the grappling hook, which I thought was the point of it. Did anybody else feel that that was odd? Am I the only one? But to speed things along, yeah, this is basically it. You just go along. Destroy enemies, get power-ups, get better, get health back, don't die, follow the exit marks, and try to make it to the end with enough health to be able to clear it. There's a little bit of an interesting part of this. Oof. Man, they are tough on this mode. This little pyramid scene here, or maze, you don't actually have to go through it. You're supposed to, like, if you want to go to the end quickly, you go through here. If you end up going all the way to the middle, you know, you're gonna spend a lot of time. There's not really that much goodiness in there at the end. So you're probably better off just heading out from here and going toward the end.
Mate.
Hey, Doggy, welcome. How goes it? We were just checking out the challenges. And we just got through with the last tough challenge. So we have Apocalypse, Fighting Spirit, Power Drive, Rick James was 2.5 on the easy section. We have Lotus Trooper Challenge 2, Shuffle Puck Cafe, Rough and Tumble, Turrican 3 on the tougher challenges. Appreciate the lurk. Now, for the section that everybody be waiting for, the jank. It's time for the jank. Let's see what we have on the plate. We have Dark Angel. Let's fire it up. See what that's like. Jank, 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 jank. Do not copy. Do not copy this game. It's so good. The makers deserve all the credit. Now, I do have to say, to be fair, this is made by, like, 2 guys basically practicing. At least it feels practicing coding and making games. Aim is quality seal of approval. Hey, Lousy, how much harder are these than the last bunch so far? Back to lurking. The first ones you might be able to clear on your first effort, or even if you aren't able to. They will take so little time to kind of retry and do again that you'll get them done. You could do all the easy challenges in one day. With the jank challenges. Should be getting at least 8 points first day you try out the challenges. The first playthrough for Rick Danger's 2.5 for me took 30 to 40 minutes, and I've heard similar times from other people. And that's probably the toughest easy challenge. The tougher challenges probably will take some time practicing the levels. And again, you can practice with save states. That's not forbidden, obviously, because I couldn't monitor that in any way. So it is allowed, but when you actually clear the challenge, it has to be done from beginning to end without any cheats or save states or anything like that. Rough and Tumble will probably take the longest time to get right, unless you're familiar with the game. Then it probably isn't a problem for you. The main thing are those underwater sections, which I think there are 2 of in World 2. Get those right, you're probably good. With Turrican 3, getting the jumping right can be difficult. Alright. This game starts. You will immediately say a name of one game that it reminds you of. But it's it's really not as good as you might guess. Dark Angel Corps, who are notorious for the extreme secrecy of their operations. Look at that nice view, the Mars base. Get your ass to Mars. All right, look at this. Look at this. What game do you immediately think of? Bash Flak. it's a longer coat. It's a longer coat. Hey, Larry. I think the funniest thing about this game is the moves can only be done in one direction. You can't shoot left. You can only shoot right. This forward roll is you can only do that to the right. And the backwards roll is always to the left. You can't walk left, which is nice. Another flashback. Not his hair, yeah. Nice elevators. You go down, the shield activates. Damn, we just murdered somebody. Operate the elevators. Spacebar. Cinematic murderer. Oh, that guy looks to be very close. Look at the background, though. We win again. We're awesome. Animation is cool. Yeah, they spend some time on this game, obviously. Look at this. But let me just tell you, actually beating this game is totally worth it. Because it has a video. The ending demo is a very low frame rate video that the devs basically filmed their house. And it's awesome. CD32 cover disc. Imagine getting the CD32 and then playing this game. Hello. Every time you click back over here, you see a new game. Hey, Moochie, yeah, we're going through the Amiga April challenges. Isn't an Amiga just standard x86 PC with the Amiga OS? No, not really. I mean, the Paula sound chip is very, very much ahead of the DOS counterparts of the time and a lot of other consoles as well. And besides, it had the 68K processor. That Mega Drive did as well, the same series. But yeah, basically this is the game. To get 1 point of this challenge, I can actually show you like what you need to do. I think I remember. I mean, I won't show it all the way, but I'll show like where you need to get to. Let's do those fancy rolls. They look so cool. So, you might get a little bit stuck here in this scene, but you basically need to jump through here. Enjoying flashback. I would be if I was playing that one. But yeah, you need to jump through this gap here, and that basically you jump through a glass wall outside the screen. And that's how you get, I think that's how you get the first password. But if you do something stupid like this, you instantly die. And it's a game over. So good luck. Good luck with this game. If you manage to beat it, I'll give you 2 points. Yeah, we are off to the jank section of the challenges, so you'll see a lot of bad ones. Next one is Neighbors, which apparently was a TV show in Australia or somewhere. Memory of a flashback. Shadow of the flashback. Oh, you guys know the do you guys know the theme song? It's where all the Australian actors got their start. So, is Mel Gibson being in this one? Chris, what's his face too? He's American. Alright, let's check out the game. What you need to do is enable all characters, and we're gonna also use all the obstacles. So cars and kangaroos, and there are other stuff too. But we're gonna keep the skateboard here. I think this is difficulty. Maybe, I don't know. But that's the setting that we're gonna use. Photo of Kylie is spot on. Charlene is Kylie Minogue. You can definitely tell, like instantly. Sick pixel art. And here's the game. It's awesome. I love it. On the grass. Controls are great. The obstacle system is good and fair. I mean, look at this. Look at this. It's so advanced and everything. Emus. I mean, you instantly know where you are in the world. Look at this. This guy is supposedly going to work, but decided just to walk back and forward in front of his house. Oh, got hit by a car. No worries, nobody cares. Oh, hit the goddamn cone. At least we have a helmet on, so we're being safe. And why is that one guy driving a little tractor? Is it no, one of those lawnmowers? Like a big lawnmower? I'm doing pretty well, I think. Oh, I was doing pretty well. One granny just carrying a painting back and forth on the street. Is this like what it is in Australia? This is my only frame of reference, how life is in Australia. But maybe this will make me ready for the challenges to come. Now, you can't crash too many times, so it's not enough for you to be in the lead. So good luck, but it's not a long challenge. I'm sure you can do it. Basically, this Australian suburbia on a Sunday. Yeah. Oh. Dog is correct. Nightmare view. Kangaroos running around neighborhood. This is how people drive in Australia too. They just back out of the yard to the driveway and then immediately go back. They just do this back and forth all day long. It must be like the left-sided traffic. It's like one of those in case where they actually filmed Australia and put it in a game. Yeah, I have to believe that. So basically, if you want to visit Australia, play this game first, get a feel for it. What do I do when I game over? Do I press ESC? Or do I have to do I have to reset the game? No, it was just loading. All right. I'm not sure if I want to try again. Let's do one more try because these games are quite amusing. Jank games. Let's go straight at the beginning. No, we get hit by the kangaroo. Damn it. Almost got hit by that dude as well. I was trying to get to the sidewalk. Seems like a safe spot, but again, the controls are really not good. I'm doing well. Dodging. Oh, that guy just... Is this how people behave in Australia as well? Like, they don't really care about other people. It's just doing their own thing, and somebody happens to be on their way, in their way. They just plow right through them. It's cultural differences. I have to make sure that I'm ready for that if I ever visit.
Never surrender.
I'm revealing the challenges one by one, so this is the first jank game. Oh, I fell down. Is the neighbors thing my health? I guess it is. Went down when I fell down that pit. I'm assuming that if I pick up those soda cans, I get more health. As you can see, I really haven't paid too much attention or put in too much effort into trying to figure out this game because, you know, I don't really want to play it. Did we come in third or fourth or something? But yeah, point is, win the first race, you get a point. Good luck. Gordian joining us. Gordian playing only Amiga, taking part in Amiga April. He's going to try out some of the challenges. So we have Apocalypse, Fighting Spirit, Power Drive, Rick Dangerous 2.5 for the easy challenges. We have Lotus Turbo Challenge 2, Shuffle Puck Cafe, Rough and Tumble Turrican 3 for the tougher challenges, Dark Angel Neighbors for the jank, and let's see the other two. Well, at least one more. This might be familiar for a lot of people. Arachne's Island. Oh, there's a WHD version as well on Amiga Live. Do that. Probably loads better. Yeah, you knew it. It's not a great game, but the first level has a super good song, and it's not too long of a game, so it probably cleared the first level in like 30 minutes. Hinted at it so you knew, yeah. Well, you played a lot of games. I just said that one of them will be featured on Amiga April. Change the game name. Oh man, I'm gonna have to step up the pace. Only have an hour left. Just listen to the song, it's amazing. And also, I like this level scroll. It shows you the level. Also, when you die, it shows it all the way to the end. So you know what's coming. Just the same thing when you reach level 2, you get to see the whole level layout. Obviously, like the moving parts. Oh, there's one up right there. Moving parts and the enemies are not shown. But even that little pole, disappearing pole thing was shown. It actually does show the moving parts. You only see one color though. Yeah, this is a famous 1-bit game. You could only do brown. But hey, the game is crappy, so it fits. Jump feels weird. It's supposed to be this proportional thing where the longer you press the button, the higher he jumps, but he falls down faster than he goes up. And the shorter the jump is, the faster it is, and it kind of flows more. It's very weird. It's hard to explain, but once you start doing it... Oh, a little bit... No, that was right. Okay, good. Got up here. And when the logs are green, they are poisonous for some reason, and it kills you. So watch out for that. And of course, you're on a time limit, because why not? And it's actually a pretty strict one. So you don't want to dilly-dally too much. One up. Nice. Spikes. I think you can jump some enemies and kill them, like that one there. Oh, I just thought I was maybe would be fast enough. Alas, I wasn't. Still have 5 lives. That's good. I'm mostly afraid of the time limit. It's a pause function. Title splash art and the music is the only redeeming factor of the game. Would probably be better in black and white. Maybe. Okay, this part is a little bit odd, and I can't remember the pattern. There was something weird that you weren't supposed to immediately jump, but the second time or something? Can't remember. Because, yeah, it keeps just disappearing. And you lose a lot of lives if you don't remember that. So, practice that. And here, for some reason, we see green logs, and they don't hurt you. Why? I wouldn't be able to tell you. Here you can also kill the lower one. Oh, but now we have to go through here, right? Yeah. The ducking and crawling and getting up and going down is always gonna feel very awkward. But just be aware of it, that give it time. Give the guy time to actually do the moves that you're asking him to do. And also that ceiling, the sky, actually is the limit for this dude. There was a key there. We can get through here. So when you jump, the sky will stop your movement. And here we go. It's the first boss fight, and we only have 30 seconds. So we're probably gonna take a death from the time limit. And I didn't really, as you saw, I didn't really dilly-dally that much. I hate this boss. And sometimes you feel like you're jumping away from the logs and they still hurt you because you're not jumping early enough. Look at that, I made it! Time limit's still counting down. just barely. I don't have time to keep going. We have so many games to get through. But that's basically what you have to do. What up, Ray? Thanks for the DGs. I hadn't played that game in a long while. I'm surprised that I got through it. That first level, I mean. Last chunk game. Thunder Jaws. Let's get to it. That's probably a multiplayer game. What's this about a competition reveal? We're going through the Amiga April challenges. There is an optional challenge competition. And we're going through them. But as you might guess, this game's a little bit janky. But it's also kind of fun. The challenge here is to rescue the captives, so beating 2 levels without dying. All of this is mandatory. Everybody has to do it. Jaws. It's not worth it if it's not about a shark with lightning teeth. By the Kremlin? I don't know. Hope it's actually loading something. One player. I guess I had that selected. Here we go. So instead of actually being in the submarine, you have to do it like this. With the goddamn diver. It's not a holy diver either. Doesn't this look awesome? We have sharks we need to shoot. They die violent deaths. Doesn't this just look awesome? A better weapon down here, I think. Look at that. The guys die and they float up. I always thought that was a cool little detail there. Okay, so we paused the game. How do we unpause it? Oh, with the space, of course. No, why not? Pause with the P key and continue with the continue with the space. That's just common sense. Okay, we need to get up there, but there are a lot of sharks blocking our way. They keep turning back and forth. I think we have to go back here and kill them, unfortunately. I do not condone violence against animals, but in this game, I now have to. You can also get better weapons. Like this one here. I think it's like a missile type deal. I think I took a hit from that. Just before we destroyed it, too. Oh, there we go. We have the missiles. I think I can change weapons. Somehow. The F keys. I'm taking damage already. We might die before we even get to the last area here. I have the missiles. How do I choose them? I don't know. But you can get rid of this without the missiles too. Maybe I use them all. Are there robot sharks? I see blood when they die, but they do kind of explode. Transporting blood to children's hospital. Oh yeah, have to keep having to change the game info. Thanks for pointing it out. This is a little bit more difficult, I felt, especially if you don't want to die. Especially if you jump up when you're trying to shoot up. So there we go. You already died. I think that would not be an accepted challenge. But at the end of this, there's only, when you get to the end of this one, that's basically it. This one shows you your lives. You get to end of this screen. There's a little bit of robot that you have to defeat, and then captives are on the next screen. So it's a short challenge, but you probably need a little bit of practice in this level to get there without dying. Only games that contain murder. Well, we have Lotus Turbo Challenge 2 and Power Drive. I don't think have murder in them. At least hopefully. All right. We'll have 2 categories left to go. Just gonna roll this because it doesn't all fit in one screen. So, first co-op challenge. It's Combo Racer. I'm gonna show it briefly. The goal is to win the first race after qualifying. Also a game that you don't see people play too often, but it's really fun. Murder challenge. Why is all this killing necessary? I don't know. Come to think of it, like, most video games make you kill stuff. Select player. There we go. Then we can go to first race. This game is super difficult if you don't play it as a 2-player game. So in the co-op mode, player 1 controls the actual bike and where it turns and all that. The second player helps with the turns by leaning to the right direction. And these turns are super difficult when the other player isn't doing that. And then when you get to play with the other player and he helps with the turns, you can go full speed and still make it through these turns, and it becomes like super fast and also super easy compared to when you drive alone. Ugh. Engine damage 3%. It started with neutral on, so firing up changes to first gear. Then you have the second gear, third. And look at that sound glitching is awesome. But that's basically the game. The interesting part is exactly with the second player leaning to help with the turns, and then you can really go fast. So you first qualify for the first race and then try to win it. It's super easy, I promise you. You can practice it alone, doing both players, because it's only left and right for the second player. It's kind of like a co-op wingman type of a deal. Very interesting. Drivers that lose the races get executed. Organ donors. There's the children at the hospital who need organ replacement. Everybody's helping the children at the hospital, even sharks, it seems. Giving the rider a hug. Or the bike. I'm not sure which. Let's see the next one. Co-op challenge. It's Iridium 2. You can choose either the complete edition or stream score version on Amiga Live. The big thing here is that both players need to escape the 6th level core alive. It's very easy that only one of them do. But getting both out is the challenge. How this works in the co-op mode is that the other player is always a wingman. The one player controls the movement left and right, where the screen scrolls, but up and down, it's controlled by both, and of course shooting as well. Yeah, I usually let it sit there for a little while. But let's change the name of the game. So the point of this game is it's kind of a shmup, but it's not an auto-scroller. So you control when you go left and right. The important part actually is the fact that there is a minimap. Most of the time you'll end up playing with just watching the minimap because it shows the obstacles on the ships as white squares and shapes. Enemy ships as the yellow ones, which are important, and then your ship as the white one. If you're gonna be playing this just by looking at the main screen, you're gonna have a bad time. Sooner or later, you'll end up just watching that minimap screen, which is a bit of a shame because the game looks awesome. And if you only always look at what's happening on the minimap, you're missing a lot of stuff. But it basically just gives you these waves, then you need to clear. And once you do, it'll say land now. And then you find the main landing port, which is indicated with this little green arrows right there. And then you can land. And that brings you over to the core scene, where you have to destroy the core. Yeah, waves of enemies, I guess. And it will take you some time to kind of figure out the controls here, because it kind of gets pulled in one direction. It starts spitting out those particles or shrapnel. And then you can stay here if you're feeling comfortable enough. You can see your health up here. If you hold fire, it opens up the teleport and you can escape the scene. But if you want to collect stuff, weapons and stuff for the next scene, you can just stay here and hang as long as you feel you'll make it. And then just activate the exit and get out of there. And if you do this with both players for the 6th level, you're good. You'll get the full points for that challenge. And it's 2. Next game is Quack. CD32 or basic. I don't think there's really any difference between them. Happy game, happy music, happy sprites, happy sounds. It's a good time. Every 10 levels, you get a boss fight. Probably want to save some of your ammo for the later stages, because it will become a little bit of an issue. And if you die and lose your ammo, you're in a lot of hurt. Hey, Texie! Hey, welcome! How goes it? He also does a lot of Amiga streaming. So, basic stuff. Collect the keys. Oh, shit. I died. Collect the keys. Kill the enemies you need to. Open the exit. And get out of the stage. And the levels loop, so you can fall and then come up out from the top. And you get those shields, so you're protected from one hit. And I have a stronger, I have a golden armor, and now I lost it. So I'm stupid. I'm trying to save my ammo, which I shouldn't do because... Oh! That's also one thing that you need to be careful of. The longer you take in a level, the more dangerous it gets when it starts dropping all those obstacles and all. Yeah, of course, optional. Do whatever you want. I mean, the challenges aren't something that you need to do. Ah, shit. I should have pulled the switch to open that door. There's a lever there. The first levels are pretty fun. Like, you get these upgrades often enough. and all that. Just make it to level 30 and beat the third boss screen with 2 players, both alive, and you're good. You can use all the credits you want to, and it'll still count. Next game up is Yo Joe. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome. Hey, Nyan-chan. Also taking part. We went through the janky challenges. I'll scroll up towards that after we get done with the latter half again. I just don't want to prematurely expose some of the or reveal some of the challenges. Let's check out Yo Joe. That's a co-op game as well. You get 3 points because it's a longer challenge. It's not particularly tough. I almost beat it on my first go without using continues. I died at the last boss. So if you have any knowledge about it and you go even a little bit slow and carefully, you're probably gonna get it. And the plus said last night you finally defeated Sniper Wolf in Metal Gear Solid the board game. Nearly 20 attempts. Congrats on that. So this game does have options, but it's just basically for if you want to play with 1 player or 2. So it's your basic platformer. When you're up in the air, you do a kick. When you're down, you do punches. If you want to pick a stop, you have to crouch. That painting, I think, is dangerous. Yep. Rubs a dagger. Or throws a dagger at you. I'm going way faster than I did. It has swimming sections. You can climb. It's very... I don't know. Is complex the right term? A lot of variety to it. Pick up stuff by going down. Open chest with fire. You switch weapons going down. Like now I have this Molotov cocktail. Really good against bosses. And there's loads of different weapons you can collect throughout the game. And the levels aren't too mazy. You'll probably find your way. And if you have 2 players, I suggest you always have the guy who has more health be in the front of things, and then kind of alternate that. The game gives you a lot of health upgrades and extra lives, so make sure to share them in a sensible way so that you don't have to continue and get through the game. It's not that long, not too many levels, and difficulty is not too big, too tough. And some of the bosses you can really cheese with that Molotov cocktail, or you know, going to the boss fighting screen carefully so the boss spawns before it should, and you can just stay off screen and kill it without it being able to attack you. A little bit of a tip there, but yeah, you should be fine with this on co-op. Takes a little bit of time to get through it, but certainly a single stream game. The Hawk is rating. Thank you so much and welcome. We're just going through the Amiga April optional challenge competition challenges. And we just revealed the last co-op game. And we're going off to the high score games. Hello. So it's Amiga April. It's high scores. You always have to do a pinball game. So the first high score challenge will be Pinball Dreams. Firework Imp from Putty. 3 Evil is here. Thank you so much for rating, Hug. Tell us all about your stream and your channel. Go check out Hug's recent videos, highlights, clips, and everything. If you don't, you'll never know what you're missing. Yeah, Amiga April raid. Biggest challenge, yeah, exactly. And that's why I kind of inflated the points there. So that does not speak to their difficulty, but if you can just manage to find a friend to play with, that's a big deal and worth 1 point. Absorbing a firework imp and transforming Putty into one to shoot back at those enemies. I never really did much of that that thing in Putty. You know, getting the enemies' abilities and using them against them. But I did finish it 1 CC without using continues, so you don't really need that. Next high score is a little bit different. So we're going for the most time remaining on pushover. Level 67. So this time the high score challenges will be shorter. It's not gonna be beat a game type or anything like that. Just short little bursts. Hopefully that will help with people getting burnout during the competition. Yeah, I already added you to the site, but I haven't updated yet because I have the challenges there pending. So once I update, it will reveal those as well. No, I'm not gonna specifically show Pinball Dreams. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just get the high score on the ignition table. And the high scores work like the guy who gets, or the gal who gets the best score gets 4 points. Second spot earns you 3 points. Then 2. And then 4th and 5th on the list get 1. If there's a tie, both get the same amount of points for that position. So, level 67 should be 175. This is weird because this menu screen has... It's almost like playing Chaos Engine on Super Nintendo. Because the speed keeps changing based on how much shit is going on. There we go. There's the level. Let's hide the table. So this is basically a dominoes game. Wait a minute. Which key shows you, is it home? Backspace? Enter? Space? I thought it was one of these keys that showed you the, F1, maybe? There we go, F1. Shows you the different functions of the different keys. If you're confused, play the first level. Or the couple first levels to get the hang of it. If you go up like this and press fire, it pushes the domino. If you go on it and press fire, it picks it up and you can move it around. The goal is to topple this piece as the last one. This is the gold piece and it has to topple last and nothing can topple after it. It will count if a piece falls out of the screen, just as long as it disappears from the screen before this one topples. So there are a lot of different kind of pieces. This makes a bridge. This shoots up and keeps toppling, and this one explodes. I can show you those functions here. So this is a rocket piece. It goes up and keeps going. That piece there keeps going until it hits something. So this one, for instance, creates that. This is an exploding piece. So when that blows up, it creates a gap there. And the high score challenge is to have as much time as you can when you finish it. And after this piece topples, you still have to make it to the exit. And it will show your time remaining there once you have exited the level. And whoever has the most time remaining will get the first spot. Nice orb. Hey, Triceratops, welcome. Oh, by the way, people who don't know me, I'm Retro Demiurge and I mostly play Amiga games. That's my introduction. I'm sticking to it. That's basically it. Very short challenge, but it will take you a long time to figure out what's the best approach and even what the solution is to that one. Hey, appreciate the raid. Welcome, welcome, Brightbat. How goes it? I saw you were doing X-Men. How did it go? Assailant Monkeys here as well. Tricera Bottomless on a 3-stream streak. Appreciate that. What a pleasant day it is. Indeed. It's the first day of Amiga April. That's no April Fools. Amiga Power, let me tell you something, brother. We're speeding in like X-Men to watch Retro Demiurge showcase those Amiga games. What you gonna do? Retro Mania runs wild on you. You got a new PB. Welcome. Welcome. Congrats. That's awesome. Are you still gonna be pushing it? Rybat is also gonna be doing Amiga April. We're gonna be working on Naughty Ones. We're gonna try to give Reboot a little bit competition. Speedrunning Naughty Ones. Spider Wise here is also an Amiga April streamer. Welcome, welcome all. I'm Retro Demiurge. I mostly play Amiga games, and we're just going through the list of the optional challenge competition for Amiga April. Co-op speedrun? Ooh! Add that to the leaderboard category. Not a half bad idea, actually. Like at the end of the month, well, once we have had practice, you're finished. Moving on to Wild Guns for the Super Nintendo and Naughty Ones for Amiga April. Excellent, excellent stuff. Alright, next stop is Stardust. And that's the original one, not Super Stardust, but the original. Just going through the challenges and then kind of explaining them a little bit, checking them out, checking the settings and all that. Maybe giving out some tips of what you might want to do. Tip intro. Play Stardust on DOS. Which one is it? Is it the super one? Because I know that was published on a couple of platforms. The original one is a little bit tougher and has some other like graphical and visual and audio differences as well. So we're gonna use 3 lives. That's the thing that counts here. The game lets you choose more, but for this high score challenge, it's gonna be 3 lives. And because I don't want to do long high score challenges that take ages of grinding, we're only going to be doing this first area and the warp sequence after it. So once you finish the warp sequence, you will see your final score for this challenge. Now, about just the tactic of this, you probably want to get a weapon upgrade, possible weapon transport. So that doesn't mean that there will be one, but there might be one. So it'll be easier for you to take care of these easier levels, because you do get a bonus for the time you spend. And I think also for the lives you have left after the warp sequence. And after maybe each level, I'm not sure. And also, like, if we take a look at the game, like, this is basically just asteroids, but with a twist. Just want to shout out Gen C5K, who rated over a bit before. Alright, let's give a shout out here. So what does Jen do? C5K? Artist, variety streamer, wowie, vibing, 18 plus only, art commissions. So, an artist? I'm down with that. This is also a judgment call. Are you gonna get upgrades? Because usually every single one of these, you know, pickups can be turned into points. So it will be interesting to see, like, what strategies people use. Also, there's this shield thing that can be used to destroy asteroids very, very quickly. Ugh. I suck at this at the moment, at least. I have finished the game, I promise you. But yeah, you can take the points, or you can wait until you get like better power-ups. But the main thing is that do try to get to the tunnel sequence because it's so cool. So here you get accuracy for your accuracy bonus, and you get bonus for time left. So I'm hoping that we're gonna see some really pro Stardust gaming, because it all counts towards the points, and it'll be interesting to see what tactics people choose for this. Awesome possum. Every Sunday, Amiga April on Spider Moa's channel. And I think he starts at a little bit later than I do. So that will work out fine for me. I can raid over to Spider Moa at least once or twice. So that's Stardust. High score challenge for Stardust. Next high score challenge is Supercars 2. Game you don't see played too often, at least on Amiga live stream. Definitely nobody trying to get 40 points for the leagues there. So it'll be nice to finally see this game being played a little. The interesting part here is that using communication screens is optional. But if you don't use communication screens, the most points you can get is 35, but you can't lose any money or points. But if you use communication screens, you can get 5 points extra and get that max score of 40. You get more money too, but you could also lose money and points. And there will probably be at least, I'm guessing, 2 people who will get the full 40 points. And that means there are 2 people who will get 4 points out of the challenge. Bry may be a baby, but you want yours? But you want his baby? Oh no. Can't take somebody's babies. You never see hard difficulty, at least. Oh, you don't? Oh shit, I just started it. I wish the Amiga menus were standardized. I wonder how well I'll do in this game. I have reasonable experience with this because I have, you know, speedrun it, but it's been a while. And this game is very reset heavy as well. Oh shit. Controls are unlike any racing game that I've played. It's very weird. Shit. Okay, there we go. Got through it. Mission 3. So what this means that you want to win every race. And it gets tough because the CPU can take shortcuts. Like, they don't have to go through that little nook there, that little loop around. If you push them or somebody else pushes them, they can just go past it and their lap will count. Yours will not. Your lap won't count unless you go through all the hoops. And you might get lucky. Sometimes the guys you're chasing get blown away or blown up by other CPU drivers, and then you don't really. Oh, man, just in between those 2 guys. Ah. I think we passed somebody, but at the same time they pushed somebody in front of us. So our position stayed the same. Yeah, not too good look or luck at the moment with the other drivers so far. I ran out of rockets too. Okay, we got second. I think we're gonna get first though. Shit. Oh. We got third because I pushed. Somebody got past that intersection. Took a shortcut ahead of me. But basically then, yeah, after a race, if you have the communication screens on, you get these chances of maybe getting more money. And sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. You have to fix your car, so the more damage you get, the more it costs to you, and then you get a random draw for the prizes of the weapons, an armor, an engine, and in some levels you maybe want to have not as much engine power, so the jumps work better. Sometimes you might wanna, like, if a homing missile is only costs like 100, you might want to buy them and sell them later because you could make a lot of money. It fluctuates a lot sometimes, the price, and you can make a bundle if you buy low and sell high. Armor.
Steering's a little loose. Alignment's off too.
Armor means that you're less susceptible to exploding when weapons hit you, but not entirely. It's just random, just increases your odds of not being. Ram gets you, lets you destroy others by just ramming into them. Engine power makes you faster. Nitro makes you jump, and you can jump drains, and you probably should at the later stages, so you don't have to wait for them or you don't get crushed by them. So that's basically it. That's the game. High score challenges. But we have added a new category. This year, we will have PD or sub games included in the challenge. First one is Drip. And if you make it to level 3, you get 1 point. If you get all the way to level 7 and beat it, you get 2 points. And if you beat this game, you get 3 points. And if you want some sort of a picture of how difficult this game is, there is not a playthrough of this game on YouTube. That probably tells you something. Bobby did finish this. And I was kind of mad that he didn't upload his playthrough, because he would be the only one on YouTube. Hopefully we will have a playthrough of this after Amiga April. But the point of this game is color all these pipes while dodging the enemies. And of course, if you also hit these hot pipes, you get hurt. You have 5 drips when you start, and whenever you finish a level, you get more drips, and there are bonus stages as well, where you can earn extra lives. Hey JB, welcome. A very, very simple game idea. Bubbles let you float around and also make you invulnerable to these things, but not to enemies. So if there are a lot of those pipe ends you find difficult to color, you might want to get that bubble to be able to do it safely. And that cloud is a bad thing. The cloud, well, let me just show you what it does. If you let it go, if we don't pick it up, see what it does? Just wipes away all our progress. You probably want to take that out as soon as you can. And there are other stuff too that happens. Let's try the bubble here. This is like really, really handy for these situations. And also, the levels loop. So you can drop out from below, drop to the top, or do this. Use your fire button. Oh no! It's the cloud! Nobody can escape the cloud. Lawnmower, basically, yeah. Actually. I want that little gap there. And the enemies kind of follow you too, a little bit. So if you want to get more space on the other side, then you just kind of hang here a little bit. can kind of lure them. Oh no, it's the cloud again. Let's take that. Oh no! Just the opposite of what I wanted to happen. The good thing is, when you die, it doesn't take away your progress. You get to continue where you left off. And when you color everything, pipe mower, yeah. Pipe mower. And then it's the next stage. Basically the same idea on all of them. Only 15 stages. And when I say only, it's a lot. You're gonna be struggling with this one. 3 points is that's probably shouldn't aim for that. Aim for the 1 point, and if you really like it, then maybe the 2 points. How many levels are we doing in this? Yeah, it depends how many points you want. So, there is gonna be a prize for the winner who gets the most points. And we've seen some nice battles last year's Amiga April and Amiga August as well. Very close ones too. So I'm betting that somebody, at least one person, will be beating the game. Uh, 15 levels in the game. That's the max you can do. But if you want just 1 point, it's enough to get through the 3rd level. Hey, no worries, Dennis. Thanks for dropping by. Really appreciate that. So the next game is Wrong Way Driver. As you might guess, we're driving the wrong way. Very simple. I'm gonna pause and put sound a little bit higher. So as you can see, like, now you're thinking like, wait, why 5,000 points? That's a lot. But it will become a little bit clearer in a moment. So, the main thing is that you have to keep collecting fuel to be able to continue in the game.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
No, don't. We got a new high score, 200 points. So you might be feeling like, oh, what the hell? I can never do this. Like, it's not possible. It's so slow and all. But the thing is, you get to keep the coins. So we already have that one that we earned last game. If you crash, you lose fuel. If you drive faster, you lose fuel. But if we can buy the upgrades, it becomes way easier. Is that what's happening inside the car at the moment? 3 guys just dancing, wondering why all these other people are driving the wrong way. It does have a mobile game look to it.
Alignment's off too!
Not getting too many coins. The big gas means that you get your tank filled up all the way. The goal is to get 5,000 points. You might be able to do it without any upgrades. You just have to get really lucky.
Having trouble.
With the have to get lucky with, you know, just getting enough fuel. Isn't likely. We aren't really getting too much money, which is what I'm looking for from these early runs. Because when we get money, we can buy stuff that will make this a lot easier. There we go, we get a new high score. And now we can buy something. Accelerate without wasting more gas. Let's test the effect. Now we can go fast. And if we don't crash, we don't even lose more fuel from it. But why do we want to go fast? Well, the faster we go, the more upgrades we're gonna see with the same amount of fuel that we have. So it's actually a really big thing. And it's very important for us. Because we need more coins. And to get more coins, we need more pickups to be spawned in the level. And then we can buy more stuff. Ouchie, that hurt. Okay, so now we have 7. Oh, let's take the 8 one. Maybe? No. I just wanted to get enough to buy the next thing, which is this one. Coins appear more often. And we're still trying to get more money. Hey, Packbee, welcome, welcome. Happy Amiga April to you as well. So now that coins appear more often, we can actually maybe, you know, collect enough for the next upgrade. Look at that. Look at how much money we're getting suddenly. This will make a difference. Full tank. Oh no! Ouchie! Why are there so many guys? They should call this game Wrong Way Drivers, because there are so many of them. Is 10 enough, or is the next upgrade 12? When you're low on gas, it won't let you speed anymore. Oh, look at that. Full gas, let's go for the money. I'm gonna collect 12 and then crash. On purpose. There we go, okay. There we go. And then you could buy the next thing. Gas canister appear more often on the street, so obviously that helps. There are other stuff. Doubles the speed when changing lanes, which will help you dodge and to collect stuff. And then there's even this, which gives you gas every time you get a coin. So all these work towards getting you closer to that 5,000 points easily. But if you happen to get 10,000 points, that means you get 2 points in this game. But sometimes the game just stops spawning stuff for you. And the longer you play, the more likely that is to happen. And sometimes I've gone through like 30 seconds without it spawning almost any cars, but definitely without spawning any items. So gas will run out. Very likely when that happens. But that's just a little bit of fun. Easy challenge. I would like to include like a new game every time we do this. That would be fun. Another PD game, May Sam. This, I think, might be one of the toughest games on the list. But it's only worth 1 point because the chat can help you. And I can't really, you know, prohibit you of, you know, watching a long play of this and checking out the solutions beforehand, because it is a puzzle game. And if you know the solutions, I can beat this in under 4 minutes. So it doesn't take long. But if you don't know the solutions, it can be quite difficult. Never heard of Supercars 2, but nobody plays that. Yeah, it's one of those rare games. Complex until you know how. Yeah, exactly. So the basic idea is that you can move these objects on screen left and right by pushing. And you have to find a way to get out of the level from the beginning. Oh yeah, let's change the game name. And what I most like about this game are the songs. Obviously we can't push this, and there is a way to soft lock you. Like for instance, if I push this here and this here, there's nothing else we can do. Get 3 lives when you start, and you get an extra life every time you solve a puzzle. And if you get luck like this, you have the R key to retry the puzzle, but you lose 1 life. And also, the blocks change color. So if you were like, oh, I was supposed to push that blue one there, then you're like, wait a minute, which one was the blue? Which is a nice touch, I think. Unfair category with just Bill Island. Level 3 is usually where people get stuck, so I won't show it. Stuck for the first time, I should say. This will require some thinking power, but feel free to use your chat to help you work out the puzzles together. I bet you'll have a good time. Also, sometimes these level names give you tips on how to do it. Game only has 10 levels, but I spent hours and hours getting through those 10 levels. It was amazing. Final PD game or sub game is Chrome. I forget which game this was a part of. I think it was part of like a pretty like Risky Woods or some famous game. Like Docs is on behind a password for Lotus Turbo 2. So here again, we have different point amounts and how much time you're willing to spend on this game. So if you get to level 3 and beat it, you get 1 point. That should be an obtainable goal. But the game gets tough fast. It only has 20 levels, so if you get halfway there, you beat level 10, you get 2 points. You get 3 points for beating the whole game. But this requires a lot of memorization. Switchblade 2. Yeah. Does it just load a long time? It feels like it loads a long time. Gremlin. Imagine that. Gremlin made a little bit of a game. CBF 001 gifted a sub? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's amazing. Really appreciate the support. So you have to start from the beginning. That's part of the challenge. You play as 1 player. You have limited amount of ammo. And you have a limited amount of time. This is your time limit. And here's your current ammo. Here are your lives. Jump with the up button. Shoot with fire. Basic stuff. If you sit on that little hourglass symbol, you lose time. You probably don't want to do that. Some enemies take 2 hits. Some take only 1. Some stars you want to get Others you don't. Sometimes these give you ammo, sometimes they give you inverse controls. Sounds from Sidewinder? Yeah, it has loads of like shared assets. So this was ammo, so I'm guessing that that one is reverse control, so I'm not gonna pick that one. This up arrow there gives us a huge jump. There's also inverse gravity in this. Magnet means that we can't jump. A lot of different little functions in this one. Hopefully that's just ammo. It was ammo and not inverse controls. Go quickly past that. And some enemies you can't kill, like these ones. You have to dodge them. Oh, time limit going. We have to wait for the elevator.
Yes, my friends, we are messing with your mind.
Indeed. And there's the end of the first level. It gets tough. Figuring out the patterns and what you should be doing. Like here, you have surprising attack of enemies, and you kind of want to maybe not use your ammo all the time. But if you do, you might get rewarded for it. Choose the more difficult path, and you might get rewarded by more ammo. A little gravity change. You're probably gonna see some glitching out with this. Don't worry about it too much. There we have the forced bounce. And we're dead. Missed the shot. But that's pretty much it. I'm not going to show you too much because, again, with that game, finding out what happens is half of the fun, if not all of it. And it's time for the final reveal. We have 25 challenges, and the final one is getting a top 3 time verified for an Amiga game on speedrun.com. So you can do any Amiga game, do a speedrun of it, submit it. If you get a top 3 time, you'll get points for it. If it's first place, you get 3 points. If second place, you get 2. Third place, you get 1 point. And there are loads and loads of Amiga games with just one run submitted. The second place should be doable. Or if you want to run a game that nobody else has, you get first place pretty easily. So that's it. That's all the challenges. Take another look at it if you missed it. We have the easy category with Apocalypse, Fighting Spirit, Power Drive, Rick Changes 2.5, and I just remembered that I need to publish the challenges on AmigaLive.com as well. Okay, they are announced. I have to set the board up a little bit, but at least you can read it. Yeah, we have Apocalypse, Fighting Spirit, Power Drive, and Rick Changes 2.5 on the easy categories. Lotus Turbo Challenge 2, Shuffle Puck Cafe, Rough and Tumble, Turrican 3 on the tougher challenges. Really interested in seeing if anybody actually beats the Shuffle Puck Cafe challenge, because that's probably going to be tough. On Jan category, we have Dark Angel, which is the flashback copy, a bad one. We have Neighbors, Rachni's Island, Thunder Jaws. Co-op, we have Combo Racer, Iridium 2, Quack, Yojo. High score, this time going to be Pinball Dreams, Pushover Stardust, Supercars 2. Then we have the new category, BD's Hop Game. We have Drip, Wrong Way Driver, Maze Sam Chrome. And then the bonus, we're doing a speed run. That's it. That's going to be Amiga April. Competition challenge this month. Hopefully we're going to be seeing a lot of it. Yeah, hopefully it'll be good. That's all for the complete April. Well, this challenge competition is just optional, and it will probably not take you the whole April to do all this. The real competition will be here with the high score challenges, and also I'm thinking like games like Drip and Chrome, whether people are actually able to beat the whole game and get the full points from them or not. That's gonna require some grinding. Cool new map. If you like it, this could be your prize if you win Amiga April, or just take part, because we're also giving out a participation award. We're gonna do a raffle between the players who take part. You don't have to beat it. If you just take part, submit some achievements, you're eligible for the special prize draw. And you have a pool of different prizes you can choose from. This could be one of them. You can submit as many speedruns as you want, but you'll only get points for one. So maximum points you can get is 3. But I do hope that you do that. That would be awesome. Alright, we're probably going to have to raid Amiga Live, and that's just fine. Hopefully we can raid somebody else from Amiga Live later on. Oh, not that one. We're not playing that game again. Thanks for hanging. Appreciated you spending some time with me. Funnily enough, tomorrow's stream will be NES, but I'm gonna get back to Lionheart on maybe Saturday and Sunday. I'll see you then. Really appreciate you guys hanging. Thanks so much for all the subs and the hype train. That was insane. Always a pleasure. Also, like, this month's plans, we have the tournament coming up. We have the Dynaplaster tournament coming up. I'm gonna do a trivia stream. And then we're gonna have the wheel stream later in the month. Of course, that's not being all Amiga, but there are a lot of Amiga games on the list now, so that will be cool. Really looking forward to the trivia. We haven't done that in a while. Hopefully, a lot of people will take part, join in the chat, and have a good time. Anyways, Demirki signing out. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Watch out for April's Fools. And enjoy your week and the start of Amiga April. Oh, bye-bye.